We really were having a lot of customers that were leaving us because they could get money for their tuition reduction incentive program from the other companies in town.
Well, I'm Dale Beckman. I'm the district manager for Western Iowa and Southwest Minnesota on the refined fuel side, and got Jim Harshkamp's one of our good accounts here in Sioux Center, and we were starting to lose some gallons to some competitors with a program that they come out with for the local private schools. And I went up to Rick, Jim and I had some conversations, and I went up to Rick Cummins, one of our people in marketing.
And one of the things that was happening, this probably goes back 2 years, a lot of the competitors were offering kind of a co-branded card where they'd either give discounts to the consumers by using that co-branded card. It could be a co-branded Shell card. A couple marketers were also giving consumers the opportunity to take that 3% off or whatever and kind of dedicate it to a cause. And so he was having a hard time competing with that. So Jim Harshkamp, the general manager, gave me a call one day and kind of explained the situation. And unfortunately, at that point in time, we didn't have a good answer. We were kind of evolving our credit card program. We were just starting our relationship with the Cabela's Club Card, which wasn't quite hitting the mark where he wanted to go. He really wanted to focus on something he could give back and get active in the community.
At that time, Cenex was in the third year of their re-imaging, and the dollars were recommitted to that. But well, we talked to Rick. We kind of kept a thumb on Rick, and now I love Rick dearly. We go back a long ways, but he's got a little bit of mule in him.
The skepticism is if we're going to deliver something on a timely basis is probably his biggest doubt, because we would have conversations probably every 3 or 4 months saying, is there something we can do? Are you going to help me? What can we do? I'm waiting, and then finally, probably a lot longer than it probably actually took, we were able to come up with something.
We love each other. We've done a lot of things over the years, so we kept in front of it. And he questioned me several times about where we were at on it, and so I knew it wasn't dead.
As typical marketers, we kind of have to sit back and we got to look at, well, what can we do? How can we do it? He was competing with this kind of card every day in his community. When you're competing and you're seeing customers go to other competitors and you didn't really have that thing that differentiated your store from those other ones, that was where the sense of urgency is, to where he really wanted to make that connection and bring some of those consumers back.
Says we need to come up with something to combat this a little bit. So they moved it around a little bit in the marketing department, what they could come up with, worked with our payment solutions group.
So it took about a year of talking. We were trying to work through some of the things with some of our credit card vendors.
And May 23 of last year, they announced the start of their gift card program.
He has a local competitor in town that was offering gift cards to the local school, and CHS came in and offered the local co-op a higher discount amount. So Randy was thrilled about that, contacted us, and together we came up with a plan to help him sell these gift cards to his local school.
Jim and Randy came to us about a year ago and said that they wanted to join our program.
Sioux Center Christian got involved with us a year ago. I really had no relationship with them, and I went to the school and presented the CHS corporate gift card program to them as an answer to their what they called TRIP. Their TRIP program is a tuition reduction incentive program that helps fund children's education.
We actually have opened it up to any nonprofit organization.
And we had tried to get them to join before, but it wasn't feasible at that time. And I remember saying to them, do you realize how big of a deal this is? And they both kind of looked at me and said, oh yeah, we think we know. Well, they had no idea.
When we met with the school to explain our program to them and our involvement, how we wanted to get involved, the school told us that this is huge. You don't believe how huge this is going to be to us. And in my mind, I laughed and I thought, you know, this is a joke. It's not going to be much. Since we got involved with the program May 23rd of 2011, we've had to add staff.
When we first announced it, we were getting 5 to 9 to 10 new customers in the door every day. We've grown so far with it that we've had to add extra help. And we've been looking at an expansion program, putting another site in for probably better of 7 or 8 years. We've pulled the trigger and we've actually acquired land now because we've outgrown this facility. We need another place to go to handle the volume that we have. It's been a great way for us to grow our business. And in the next year, we hope to put another great facility up. Gift card program can be a part of that and just jumpstart that new site for us, and we're excited about that.
Maybe all that business didn't come through our pumps, but most of it did. And that's volume. That speaks huge volume for the program.
But bearing in mind, we want to build our business. Inside sales, gasoline sales, we want new customers coming in the door.
Okay, well, Jim's ecstatic, especially, and I know Jim, I've known Jim for about 20 years. We have a very good relationship. He's a very open and honest customer, and he was really frustrated. But when we came together and finally hit something that was on the mark for what he needed, I tell you what, he's just very content. And Randy Boss, I'll give Randy credit. He's taken this program and he's taken ownership with it, and he really has driven it to where it is a pretty successful and pretty impactful program today.
How more gratifying can you be? Can you have it to say that you funded one kid's education all the way through school? And to get the thank you from the community and the support from the community. We've had people that told us they did business elsewhere. They're doing business with us now because of the program, and it's huge. It just, you know, hugely gratifying.
We're just really, really excited about it. So we're grateful to partner with Cenex to get this pulled off. And the people that we work with, and Randy will attest to that, Lisa Henry, they work together so well.
Randy Bowes, he's really good to work with. The only challenge that we might have is that the school would like the gift cards a little bit on a short notice, but we're able to normally accommodate that request just by working together and working quickly.
The people at CHS office in Inver Grove Heights are just awesome to work with. It's just so great when we come up with an idea like this and everybody comes together and it just explodes. It's just real easy and seamless working with them. Couldn't be prouder.
What we try to do is create the value that by working together, we can create some synergies in a market, and really when it's all said and done, really impact that consumer and create that strong relationship and connection with the retail store.
You know what the TRIP program did for Co-op Gas and Oil? It's really a feel-good story, but yet it's brought customers to our door, and it's brought new customers to our door, and we're keeping those customers, and they're happy about doing business with us.
We talk about collaboration. It takes a lot of people to make this all work, and when we collaborate with people like Lisa Henry, with Rick Cummins, with Paul Corver. We're putting the program together, Randy and myself. We work together, and for the Cenex people, I can't say enough about how they've come together and worked above and beyond what was necessary for them. They've gone the extra step to make this go, and it's made it just a lot of fun for us.
It's been a win-win for Co-op Gas and Oil.
It's one great way to keep the cost down for the families that they can afford to send their kids to the Christian school. It's just been a real blessing.
It's been a great thing for Co-op Gas and Oil.
Well, outside of going back to the community and helping kids create scholarships for this school, I think it's created a lot of opportunities for him internally, either from a cash flow basis. Obviously, he's been able to do some of the things. Now he's looking at putting his next convenience store into that market, which is going to be a big project for his company, but it's going to be one that's going to really hit the mark, and a great location. I think he's just going to build on what we've created with this gift card program and some of the other things that we do providing.